That's how I know I'm onto something, because anytime I'm about to record, the sun has been showing up, right? The screen was not even lit up like this. It was not even lit up like this. Okay. Hello, my sugar plums. Okay, we got a message for today, right? This is partly from my meditation that I had got yesterday, but I believe I felt like I forgot it, but they had said to me that this part of the message was for today. Okay, so during my meditation I was seeing a lot of chairs. Okay, these chairs though, they literally had like a long body, and then the seat was like really high up. Like, in order to sit on these chairs you would need like a ladder or something. Okay, so the stalk of the chair, I think that's what it's called, right, was really tall, and then the footing of the chair was obviously like on the floor, but the height was extremely tall. Like I said, you need a ladder to sit on these seats, and they kind of reminded me of chairs like office chairs, home office chairs. Like, I was seeing like a white chair. However, it switched to a scene of this very tall chair being in sort of like a restaurant type bar setting, and then in front of the chair appeared this table, but same thing, this table was way high up, and the pillar that holds the table up, like this, the long bit of the table, it was extremely tall. So what I got from that is chairs, basically they mean stability, foundation, and seat of power. So my darlings, you are being put in positions of authority, and you are going to be sitting in seats of power, because that just sounds like my soul cluster, you know. um so you are going to be in seats of power. You are going to be working with a lot of let's say high profile people. I'm hearing like 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners, people who yeah, there's a lot of talk around you right now. There is a lot of talk around you. Your name is being mentioned in rooms that you're not even in yet. And you're being spoken about by people that may you have just briefly crossed paths with or briefly had meetings with. If you are in the corporate world, I'm saying some of you could be investment bankers, or you could be getting into that field. Someone is an investment banker, but they're working within the Black communities as well to help educate those in the Black community about money and things like that, and doing right for the community. Doesn't just have to be the Black community, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, whatever community you're a part of, you are doing this to up level your community and teach them things like financial literacy and how to manage money and where to invest and how to pour back into the community. I'm hearing Amish. Okay, so that could be significant for somebody. However, with you being in these seats of power and you being this pillar of authority, I feel as if before getting on here, I had a wave of anxiety hit me. So for some of you, you're in this space where the next steps, are going to be some very powerful moves, and some of these moves you have not spoken to even friends or even family members, right, about. You're about to make some powerful moves. Some of you, they're money moves, some of you, they're career moves, some of you are literally traveling abroad. You're going to be jet setting, because I'm seeing like a globe and I'm seeing the little dots and the plane going to those dotted spots. Okay, Cambodia is significant because I got that in my meditation, as well as New Zealand and Zimbabwe. Okay, and I'm also hearing Gambia added onto that. Okay, so these could be places that you are from, these could be places that you are yet to visit, or these are places where you are I don't know, working or something of that nature. The name Tyler is coming up. Tyrese is also coming up. So yeah, that's what I'm getting at this particular time. But with you being in this space of power, there are certain individuals who are going to see something in you. that you haven't quite seen within yourself. Now, this is not to say that you are not someone who is confident. You are someone who is confident. You are someone who you thrive and you work best alone, right? However, you are aware that there are times where you need to tap into your community, tap into the collaborations in order to expand, to grow and become bigger, right? And you're in that process now. However, a lot of the groundwork you do tend to do on your own by yourself. And for some of you that are spiritually tapped in, and if you are a part of this soul cluster, then you're definitely in this bracket, you tend to work with source energy, your spirit team. They're almost like liaisons is what I wanted to say. You liaise with them, right? A lot. Like you've got part of your spirit team, that's your business spirit team, you've got your designer spirit team, you've got your consultant, you've got different members on your spirit team that actually help you energetically with a lot of these things that you would have physical people help you with. Okay, I am seeing that the rooms that you are about to be going into and the places where you're going to be invited, you need to have a certain level of confidence. Okay, your energy, it demands attention anyway. I was gonna say commands, but yeah, it commands and demands attention anyway. However, some of you still have insecurities about your background and where you're coming from. For some of you, you may be coming from a background of, like, let's say lower class and poverty, and you've really had to climb your way out of that. And it goes back to clearing those ancestral cycles, because a lot of you were clearing and still are clearing ancestral cycles around money, finance, power, things like that. So that's coming up, to be cleared. So going into some of these rooms is also what I'm hearing on a genetic level. There may be some anxiety coming from the identity of your ancestors, through your DNA going into these rooms, because they may feel like, okay, they may feel like, sorry, I just got a message. They may feel like they're trying to keep you safe, basically, and sometimes we don't realize that. Sometimes when we have anxiety that comes out of nowhere, sometimes it can be our ancestors being activated through our DNA, trying to get us messages, being like, okay, this doesn't feel safe. However, you need to teach them that the day and the age and where you are now is very different, okay? Because your ancestors very much still operate through you, because it's a lineage, you come from them. So their energetic imprints are still very much embodied in who you are in your day-to-day, okay? The habits. So going into these rooms, you are really needing to do things like affirmations, center yourself. Spirit is also, they're giving the prompting to write an ancestral release letter with your ancestors, and to your ancestors all the things that you are releasing. So for you, this could be you're writing the letter about releasing money blocks, about things like fame, power, authority, being seen as well. That's a very big one, collectively but also ancestrally. So there are a lot of those different things that happening up coming up. Okay, I feel like these things are taking place very, very, very soon. When I was pre-shuffling my deck, I did get the success card. Okay, the path you are willing, you are on, will bring you success and prosperity if you just keep going. Lots of little steps take you a long way. You're on track. Okay, and he's on top of a mountain, which brings me on to what I had seen in my meditation today. So when I was meditating, I saw these beautiful women, and they were all dressed in white. Okay, and they were literally on like a cliff's walking up like a cliff's edge. Okay, so they were all kind of like in a uniform line, but they were kind of dancing on their way up this cliff, and I was obviously behind in the meditation. And then where they stopped was literally like at the edge of a cliff, and it was like overseeing this stream, like a riverbank, I believe. And there were all these kind of trees, and they all lined up in a row along the cliffside and held hands, and they jumped. And when they jumped, obviously I jumped with them in meditation. I was just like, okay, we're doing this. And as we are obviously descending down, what seems like we're descending down, we all of a sudden, we have these wings that come out of our backs and we are flying and we end up soaring upwards. Okay. And to me, the interpretation I got from that was you have to take a leap of faith, and there are other people around you that are in the same vicinity as you who have also taken a leap of faith, and this is where coming together and community and all of that kind of comes in. Okay, as well as you taking a leap of faith, energetically you are signaling to your other collective reflections for them to take a leap of faith, so that you are all within the same vicinity and working together at that particular time without even having to know these people prior. Okay, again, the activation of the blueprint, right? So there was that. Also, when we had jumped, there was one individual that did not have their wings come out, and that was because they were in a state of fear, is what I was getting. However, one of the women who was flying and did have her wings caught that person, and that person felt so safe. So what I got from that is you will always be caught. You will always be looked after. Even when it may seem like you're not being looked after, something will always come in to assist you. Okay, you're not by yourself, you're not stuck, nothing like that. Okay, so let's have a look at the cards. All right, so on the bottom of the deck you've got gift. Okay, a surprise. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, where you've been plowing away at work and putting certain things into place, and this could just be generally, I feel like I said genuinely. So a lot of the work that you are doing is very like humanitarian. It's been genuine work. It's coming from your heart. It's coming from your soul. You genuinely care about what you do. You're not just doing it for the money. And because of that, you may not have necessarily reaped a lot of the financial benefits that maybe you would have wanted to, or that financial independence. However, there is some type of surprise that is coming in for you. Okay, your birthday could be this month. You could be a June baby. Okay, or something's coming in for you because you are reaching a new I'm hearing precipice. Okay, it's like when you have your birthday, it's like you're hitting a new year. I'm seeing 35, I'm seeing 23, I'm also seeing 32, 54 as well. So these numbers could resonate with you, or this is the age that maybe you are. And I'm also hearing for some of you, it's not too late to start. Okay, some of you are in this, you have this gift where you are very, very understanding of all people and situations, and regardless of whether you've had any kinds of wrongdoings done to you, as much as you may be upset or aggravated or angry, you always allow yourself to have a level of understanding of why that situation happened the way it did. A lot of you don't realize that within itself is a gift that a lot of people that you interact with don't have, and that's going to be a very, very unique and sought after gift and talent that is actually going to benefit you when it comes to your business dealings in the future. So I feel like there's some sort of surprise that's coming in. Someone may even be coming in to give you a birthday gift, okay? And I feel like it's a big one, but for a lot of you, this is some type of opportunity. I do see some of you going to a restaurant and being recognized in your field for what you do by someone in particular, and simply because of that, this opportunity is presented to you. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a physical gift, it can just be an opportunity that helps you to kind of move forward, all right, in whatever direction that is. Okay, moving up, yeah. whatever this is going to elevate you. Like I'm saying, you're going to be in places of authority, like spirits moving you up because you have done such great work on yourself and already so far for the community and the people that you are around. You've literally shifted so many different lives. You could be working on a community project. A lot of you have maybe had business meetings of recently, and you're in the space of implementing certain things that you know is going to be amazing for the communities that you are part of. For some of you, this is like all women or all men communities, or for the children. There's a lot of that. I'm also hearing for like third world countries as well, but there's a lot that you are doing. And there's also this message, there's a side message about being the pioneer. It's okay for you to pioneer things, okay? I feel like there was a lot of you in this soul cluster who have a lot of great and amazing ideas that you need to act upon, but you haven't been acting upon them because you don't see anyone else doing them, or you don't even know where to start. Plan. I'm hearing that with this particular idea or this particular project you're wanting to work on, your imagination is going to be key. Every single thing that we have experienced or have access to came from the mind. It came from the mental. It came from imagination. So use your imagination. The film Peter Pan is coming to mind, okay? Be childlike in your planning. Be excited about it, because your imagination is what's going to birth this, okay? Like, have fun with it. It's kind of like they show me, like, when children, they may not necessarily have that particular toy that they want, but they pretend that that thing that they're playing with is that thing. So for instance, a child might pick up a broom and they pretend that the broom is a pony, or that the broom is a witch's stick that they're flying on, you know. But it doesn't matter if that thing isn't actually it. They still use their imagination to believe that, and they have fun while doing it. It's kind of like you're needing to come from your childlike curiosity, okay, and being in that space. Alchemy. You're a powerful manifester, and a lot of you use different types of techniques. I was gonna say tactics, and tools to manifest. Some of you manifest through breath work as well. Okay. Some of you may manifest through the O method. Okay, you know. And some of you manifest through repetitive writing or even scripting, okay? And some of you manifest through water. You use water divination and even fire divinations and write petitions and candle work and stuff like that to manifest. Your spirit team are saying to continue to do these things and experiment with other techniques, because right now you are transforming your life as you know it, okay? I'm also hearing witches brew, so some of you could be brujas. Is it bruja? A bruja? Yeah. So yeah, you could be into learning occult. Some of you may also are being initiated into certain schools of knowledge at this particular time as well, okay? Mexico is significant, okay? So with a lot of this happening, because there is some type of money that's coming in for you with the foresight here, I'm hearing spirit say that you are needing not to just plan for this year, but plan for at least like 3 to 5 years ahead, okay? You don't need to have all of the details, but they will help you with this. There's something about planning for the future. Independence. Right? Okay. So you've got limitations and you've got closed doors and you've got independence, okay? So you are someone who is quite independent at this particular time, okay? Manage your money yourself, okay? So I am seeing that, like I'm saying, you're needing to invest your money, or you're needing to find trustworthy people to invest your money with. There's a lot of crooks out here, okay? So know who you are connecting with. Do your background research on them. If you are wanting to learn about investments, make sure that it's by a suitable body and they're credited. I am seeing limitations and a closed door, okay? So for some of you, you have literally taken the plunge and you've literally left your current business of work. Okay, you've decided to either quit your job, resign, or for some of you, I'm hearing you got made redundant. Okay, or some of you are doing this on a part-time basis. If some of you have been thinking about this, Spirit is saying let go of the worries. Okay, and go ahead and take this plunge, take this leap of faith. And it goes back to the image that I was seeing, the vision that I was seeing in my meditations of all of the women taking that plunge, taking that leap off that cliff, not knowing whether they were going to hit rock bottom or whether they were going to ascend up. And for the most part, a lot of them ascended up, and even the person that didn't was still caught and still managed to ascend up. So there are certain closed doors that you are going to need, there's certain doors you're going to need to close as well. Some of you, your job is coming to an end. If you've been getting that feeling, if you've been finding that you've been having a lot of disruptions with your workplace, okay, some of you are accountants, cashiers, some of you work like in a, I think, is it like, I'm seeing gymnastics, so maybe a gym, a gymnastic, an athletic place, like a running club or something like that. A supermarket. I just had a supermarket. So some of you could be in that work. If you've been finding there's been a lot of chaos, some of you have maybe having arguments with your boss. Some of you have why did I get that? Because my eyes just went blurry. Someone threw a drink in someone's face. Baby, that ain't nothing to do with me. I just saw like someone throw something in someone's face. I don't know if it was an argument at work, a drink got thrown, or yeah, I'm seeing like a scuffle now, like someone's being held back because it's like a woman. It might be two women or a woman and a man having an argument. This could be in a staff room, so this could have happened, or this may happen. But if you've been having just upheaval at work, I'm hearing some of you are trying to put in for holiday days and they keep getting declined. But this is something, oh, look at my lip gloss. This is something that has been continuously happening. Does that make sense? So you have to be in this space of knowing that, okay, this is completely done for you now. Like, what all that is said and done, this job is not serving you no more. And instead of just sitting there and putting up with it, you know you deserve better. So better is on its way, and this is where some of you are going to take the plunge to move up and have this independence and be in this space of just releasing your limitations and allowing that door to stay closed. Okay, for some of you, if this feels a little bit too scary and you're just like, okay, you can't really afford to leave work, which is totally understandable. I'm not saying just give up everything and just, you know, go all in. Do it on a part-time basis. Start working on this stuff on a part-time basis. Yeah. So a lot of bright new ideas. Like I said, there's a lot of ideas that you guys have and you need to act upon them. Don't be scared. Do not be scared. Okay. Everything that we use and we experience, like lights, transport, that all came from imagination. We went from, what was it, walking to horses to cars to like all of these were ideas that people had, or they were given to us by the divine. Okay, and they're not given to us for no reason. So just be in that space of knowing that, like, whatever you put your mind to, you can achieve. Some of you don't want your job to come to an end because it's a cushy job and the money's good. But Spirit's ready to catapult you now. I'm seeing that thing. What is it? Is it a slingshot? I think it's a slingshot. And you put like a stone in it, you sling it, and it's almost as if that's what Spirit's doing to you. They've got you in a slingshot and they're ready to catapult you to the next phase. Money matter. Money matters. Invest your money wisely. Okay? So I'm saying there's something here about investments. You need to invest. Public face. Okay, so some of you are going to be in the public eye if you're not already. Some of you are going to be seen, like I said before. Some of you may be a little bit nervous about this. I'm seeing a fashion designer. Some of you are dancers. I'm seeing ballet, samba, salsa. I'm also seeing tap dancing as well. which is actually quite interesting. Okay, I'm also here in Sweden. I know Sweden's been coming up a lot in my personal reads, but yeah, I genuinely, that card flew out. I wish the phone was down so you saw the way that this card flew out. Remember at the beginning of the reading we had this success card, the card that flew out, success. Some of you could be into sports, or some of you could be entering dance competitions. If you're entering a dance competition and you've got a competition coming up, you're going to win. And I'm believing that there's something about belief here. I believe that there is a cash prize. I'm hearing 50,000, so that could be $50,000 or £50,000 or whatever your currency is. Okay, some of you are athletes. Okay, you're getting around to the next round. You're on track though. This is saying you're on track. Okay, but this is also representing that you are a winner in your own right. Like, you are a winner in your own right and you are moving in the right direction. Okay, it's interesting because I also saw a book in my meditation today as well, but the book, it was very strange. The book just kept opening and closing, and then I was told infinite pages. So some of you do have access to the Akashic records, which will help you moving forward. Okay, it's kind of giving Nikola Tesla, where he used to go into meditations and bring back the information in order to work on free energy and things like that. Okay, so you're in that same process. You now have access to the Akashic records, or this has just been granted. However, work with your spirit keeper and your Akashic gatekeeper on stuff like this. Okay, but you do have that access. Mind tower, you are very intelligent. This is why people are gravitating to you as well. You are very intelligent. Okay, lead with your mind. I think that a lot of you that are in this emotional space, always follow your heart, but take your mind with you. A lot of you was in a space before where your mind was the master of a lot of the things you was doing, but now your heart is. Okay, so it's like before your mind was the master and your heart was the servant, but now the roles have reversed. Your heart is the master and your mind is the servant. So your mind is actually serving you a lot better because you've been doing a lot of things, working on your mental, working on your vocabulary, working on the way that you think, and things like that. Now, for a lot of you, what I'm hearing from spirit as well is if you've been in a space where you just can't seem to shake this anxiety about the new chapters that are coming and the doors that are opening for you, what you're needing to do is you're needing to write down a list of all of the pros, all of those things, and then counteract them with positives. Okay, write down all of the cons and counteract them with the pros. So for instance, if you're like, okay, I've never been in a room of 6-7 figure earners, who am I to go in there? You would counteract it with a pro and be like, well, actually, do you know what? We are in a new age. We are in a new paradigm, and I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I deserve to be in a room with all of these intelligent people, and it's going to benefit me as well as it's going to benefit them because I have a lot to offer. So it's basically turning that negative thought into something that's positive and something that aids you. Okay, and you keep doing this for as long as it takes for you to actually be comfortable with the idea of going into that room or investing in that next adventure. Does that make sense? And be yourself. It's all about being authentic. You don't need to be fake. Be yourself. Some of you could be working with Archangel Metatron at this time. Okay, alchemy card came right back out. And fertility. Yeah, okay, so with the alchemy and the fertility card coming out together, it shows me that whatever you're working on, okay, that card wants to sit down. Whatever you're working on is fertile. These ideas are ready to be birthed. Some of you could be birthing a child, or some of you could be finding out that you are pregnant. For a lot of you though, this is a message to especially my workaholics. Don't get too caught up with work to the point that you are sacrificing family and friends. Okay, because those are the memories that you take with you when you decide to transition after this life. So make sure you are prioritizing family and friends, okay? Or some of you are thinking about starting a family. I also feel like looking at this egg, for some reason, I feel like energetically it's like I'm seeing the egg in my mind, but I can see a body inside of this egg, like the body is inside this egg. So, and I get the impression that the body inside of it is you. So you're about to be reborn in a sense, okay? Things are about to change for you. Some of you could be in this, ooh baby, I love this. Some of you are spiritual workers. So some of you could be meditation teachers, I was going to say seekers, meditation teachers or seekers. You could be a Reiki master, or you are being initiated into this work. You could be a shaman who's getting initiated. You could be a tarot reader. You could be a channeler, whether that's dimensional, omnidimensional, it's whatever it is, okay? But you are really working on your confidence when it comes to this work, simply because the highlight in here of the solar plexus. So some of you are in a space of really working on your solar plexus, okay? Because I feel like for a lot of you, your solar plexus, your confidence especially, has been battered and bruised, and you're really working on that, and spirit's working on that with you as well. You're really trusting the alignments, and because you're doing this, because your spiritual work, your fruits of your labor, you're about to reap big. Rich gains is here. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. Yeah, wealth is yours, success is yours. You just have to be open to it. You have to know it, you have to feel it, and you have to just really understand that for a lot of you, you are already spiritually and energetically abundant, which is why it's coming in physically. I know that's right. So that's why it's coming in physically. Be flexible with your time, okay? Oh my God. And you are winning, honey. Can you see this money? Can you? And it's gold too. Some of you may be investing into gold. Some of you may be investing into gold as well. Don't spend everything at once, okay? Luck is on your side, and we go back to surprise. So this is where spirit wants me to stop. So you are winning. And baby, you ain't rich in just one currency. You're rich in many, okay? You got your dollars, you got your euros, you got your pounds, you got your yen, you got your I want to say Thai baht. Like you rich in every currency. And for some of you, this money is coming in as a surprise, but this is one of your biggest rewards because of all of the work that you've been doing and the work that you are yet to do. Spirit can see that you need the resources to help your community or the people around you or your family, and they're about to give it to you, but you need to trust, you need to believe, you need to know, okay? And you just need to keep pure-hearted, okay? I'm hearing that saying, who God bless, no man can curse. So I'm going to leave that on that. I'm sending you so much love and abundance and prosperity, and I will see you guys in the next video. My sugar plums.